Produced by DreamWorks Animation and released in December 2007, the Bee Movie is a staple in many people's childhoods. With its witty one-liners and comedy catered for all ages, it quickly became a cult classic family film phenomenon. But just why is that? Today, we're going to deep dive into the honey-filled world of the Bee Movie. So why is the Bee Movie so highly regarded by many? Well, to answer that, first we must look at the movie itself, as well as the impact it has had on people and the internet as a whole. If you've clicked on this video, I would assume that you know the plot of the Bee Movie. However, if you've been living under a rock for the past 15 years, here's a quick summary. Barry B. Benson, the protagonist of the movie, is graduating college and entering the hive's honey-making workforce, Honex Industries, with his best friend Adam. Barry is initially excited, but his ambition and passions begin to surface when he discovers that his choice of job will be stuck with him for his entire life. He dreams of bigger and better things and wants to leave the hive. Through meeting some pollen jocks, he does just that, and, when met with the difficulties of the outside world, becomes lost and alone, landing on a windowsill in the middle of a bustling New York City. A human by the name of Vanessa rescues Barry from her boyfriend Ken, who wants to squash him. Barry, wanting to express his gratitude to Vanessa, breaks bee law and talks to and befriends her, gradually spending more and more time with her in the outside world, developing a crush on Vanessa. While shopping together, Barry notices the amount of honey products on the shelves and discovers that humans have been stealing for bees from centuries. Upon learning this, he makes a dangerous journey to honey farms, only to discover the horrible conditions in which the bees are kept and used for their honey, and ultimately decides to sue the human race. With Vanessa and Adam by his side, Barry pursues this legal journey at first with success. However, when Leighton T. Montgomery, the defense attorney, antagonizes and attacks the bee's character, a deeply offended Adam stings him, jeopardizing the case. However, on the third day of trial, Barry exposes the torturous treatment of bees on the honey farms and wins the legal battle. Having won the lawsuit against humans, all honey obtained by them is returned to the hives by the truckload, leading to Honex stopping production and all bees being out of work. Due to this, all of the wild's flowers begin to die with no pollination, and before long the remaining flowers are stockpiled in Pasadena for the last Tournament of Roses parade. Feeling responsible for the death of all flowers, Barry and Vanessa travel to the tournament, steal a parade float, and load it onto a plane in hopes to bring these flowers to the bees in a final attempt to repollinate all of the flowers. In an attempt to speak to the pilots of the plane, due to delays of bad weather, both pilots knock each other out trying to squash Barry, leaving Barry and Vanessa responsible for landing the plane safely, and, with the help of the hive, they manage to do that. Finally, armed with the rest of the pollen jocks, Barry reverses the damage done and pollinates the remaining flowers, saving the wild's plants and restarts Honex's honey production. So, what does this all mean? Well, to make a long story short, people who watched the Bee Movie began to realise the importance of bees and how they impact the world around us. The movie, whilst providing comedic entertainment for kids, also portrays an important ecological message and advocates for a shift towards ethical practices within the honey industry. The film focuses on the use of bee smokers, which work by interfering with the bee's sense of smell, leading to a more subdued, more calm bee. However, this message can then be extended to similar ideas within the rest of the farming industry, such as the use of pesticides and animal cruelty within the industry. It also comments on the negative effect of capitalism on the environment, showing the beekeepers' greed and how it affects the bees, as well as their disregard for the discomfort of. This shows that to be sustainable, we must reevaluate our existing mindsets and societal beliefs. As well as providing such complex narratives of environmental impacts and capitalism, the Bee Movie is a great example of a family-centric movie. It has jokes for all ages and is easy to understand for a younger audience, whilst being interesting and thought-provoking for an older audience. Jerry Seinfeld, the creator of the Bee Movie, included many jokes that, whilst flying over a younger audience's head, make perfect sense to an older audience of parents and carers that may have accompanied their child to watch the Bee Movie in cinemas. Lines such as, "Those crazy legs keep me up all night," and "bedbug," in reference to Barry and Vanessa's relationship, imply a sexual tension that a younger audience may not pick up on. Grossing $293.5 million worldwide and $10.2 million on its first day of release alone, parents all over the world have been exposed to the brilliance of the Bee Movie and its adult humour whilst sitting in the cinemas with their children. This, combined with the child-friendly atmosphere of the animation of the movie, has created a cultural shift on social media, with millions of people using screenshots of the movie for memes across all areas of the internet. In 2015, copy-pastes of the movie's transcript spread across Facebook. In 2016, YouTube user Avoid at All Costs uploaded a video titled The Entire Bee Movie, but every time they say bee, it gets faster, which led to the entire movie being reduced to a 7-minute YouTube video. This video ultimately amassed upwards of 530 million views. Memes of various screenshots of the film, such as this, and this, have gone viral, amassing millions of views across many different social media platforms. This craze has led to the Bee Movie becoming one of the most widely remembered and memed movies of our generation, staying alive through the years due to the impact it has had on young people and their humour. Seinfeld himself has commented on the film's resurgence through memes across the internet, saying it's kinda weird, but pretty welcoming, saying that you just can't predict what the internet will do next, but you gotta love it. But all of these memes didn't come from nowhere. The Bee Movie has an absurd plot that has allowed and even encouraged people to create these memes. I mean, the concept of a bee falling in love with a human and suing the entire human race is crazy. The addition of the great voice acting cast really ties this movie together and just adds that cherry on top. Jerry Seinfeld as Barry, Renee Zellweger as Vanessa, and Matthew Broderick as Adam, as well as an all-star cast of celebrities voicing themselves, Ray Liotta, Barry King, and Sting, creates an all-star cast of celebrities that love the roles they're playing in these absurd movies. Each character is different and well thought out, leading to a cast of lovable, fully fledged bees. But if there's one thing that we can all agree on, it's that the Bee Movie is amazingly crazy in every aspect. All in all, the Bee Movie is a hilarious movie that has an irresistible charm and a place in everybody's hearts. Its quick wit, adult comedy, and ecological standpoints make it the perfect movie for anybody of any age at any time to enjoy. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video about me ranting about my favourite movie of all time, and I hope that you love the Bee Movie just as much as I do. Subscribe for more videos just like this, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye!